Today, we're not just looking at historical documents, we're following a script that blends ancient geopolitical struggle, secret societies.
And forgotten technology. I mean, this is technology that really defines the whole idea of hidden knowledge.
It really does. Our sources trace this incredible quest connecting the dust of old Cairo to, the shadowed halls of Spain's Alhambra.
And our mission today is very targeted. We are unpacking the relentless, really dangerous pursuit of the secret manuscript of Al-Andalus.
And this manuscript is a kind of holy grail for multiple factions, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It connects a lost Egyptian relic, Nefertiti's eye, to the ultimate fall of Islamic Spain back in the 15th century.
That scope is just massive, and we have sources detailing the movements of this shadowy European order, coded maps.
It's a deep intellectual journey, all undertaken by a civilian, a young businessman named Imam.
So we're essentially tracking a global thriller where the central tension is knowledge itself.
And it's crucial to understand the knowledge they're all seeking. It isn't about military strategy or some kind of financial treasure.
Yeah.
It's philosophical, spiritual, and potentially world-altering, which is precisely why it has to be guarded so fiercely, both by its keepers and by the organization trying to seize it.
Okay, let's unpack this journey, starting with the man at the center of the storm.
Our protagonist is Imam Rahman. He's a young, successful businessman from Dhaka. But when he's in Cairo for work, he just immerses himself completely in history.
He's not out exploring the nightlife or anything.
Not at all. He's spending his evenings deep within the archives of the ancient library, Dar al-Hikmah, just soaking up centuries of Islamic scholarship.
I love that image. The quiet pursuit of history set against the intensity of his corporate life. And it's in this library where it probably smells of old stone and leather.
Yeah.
That's where his life just instantly changes.
Correct. As he's studying one night, a small black wax-sealed envelope is slipped right under the door.
Just slipped under the door. So very professional, very secret.
Extremely. And the seal itself is the first piece of the puzzle we need to decode. It's a blood-red serpent biting its own tail.
And what do our sources say about that symbol?
It's the unmistakable mark of the Order of Corvin. The sources identify them as a secret, well-funded European society. They're dedicated to acquiring powerful, hidden, ancient knowledge.
Usually through, let's say, less than gentle means.
Exactly. Coercive means. So this is the first wave of real danger. The note inside confirms they know exactly who Imam is. It says, "The Order of Corvin remembers the eye you saved."
Wow. So that immediately links him to a previous incident where he protected Nefertiti's lost blue stone eye. He's already on their radar.
He's already a target. And before he can even really process the threat of that snake symbol, the next piece of the puzzle arrives.
Which is a piece of sheepskin.
A fragment of earth-smelling sheepskin, yes. The text on it isn't a direct threat, but an invitation. A kind of spiritual compass pointing him to the next location.
And the Arabic text reads,
"He who seeks the light, let him go to Andalus."
It's so poetic, but the genius is in the detail below that text, isn't it? It's not just calligraphy.
No, it's a geometric circle referencing the Quran, specifically Surah An-Naba 13. The verse is, "We created a shining lamp."
Right. So this is where we see the map is designed not just for geography, but for intellect.
It's a linguistic lock and key.
Sure.
Why that verse about a shining lamp? Because it uses spiritual language to define a physical, hidden location. The light, the illumination. It has to be sought in Al-Andalus, the historical heart of Islamic enlightenment.
Which makes the next clue so much more potent. The threat returns. A second white note, same serpent seal, it arrives at his hotel.
But this time, it's a photograph. It shows the exact same serpent symbol, but this time it's carved into the ancient stone walls of the Alhambra fortress in Granada.
And the message.
Just 2 words. It begins.
So the organization wants the manuscript, but they need Imam to lead them to it.
That's the implication, yes. That the true key isn't brute force, it's interpretive skill. Which raises a really important question.
Why would this European power group use Arabic scripture and Islamic geography as their instruction manual?
Because the original knowledge holders deliberately built the firewall using the very culture the seekers often dismissed or just couldn't access.
The threat is now clear, the location is set. So Imam, wisely, doesn't go straight to Spain. He goes back to the source of wisdom.
He returns to Dar al-Hikmah to consult with Hayat bin Dodi, the respected white-bearded curator and a famous philosopher from Fez.
And our sources paint such a beautiful moment here. Dodi sees the threat immediately, but first,
First, he serves Imam traditional Moroccan couscous and prays for his success. It's this grounding moment of hospitality and deep respect, in the middle of all this chaos. That trust is key.
But wait, if this manuscript is so powerful and Dodi is its guardian, why would he trust a visiting Ganis man with it? Isn't that a huge risk?
It is a huge risk.
Yeah.
But Dodi isn't trusting Imam, the businessman. He's trusting Imam, the devoted student of history and spirituality.
He sees his devotion and the fact that he already protected Nefertiti's eye.
Exactly. Dodi believes Imam is destined to be the final guardian. So he leads him not to a safe or a vault, but to the most ancient manuscript room, a chamber filled with texts on stone, papyrus, animal skin.
And here, Dodi reveals the legendary Nur's map, the Map of Light, created by Ibn Hashim al-Andalusi and hidden just before the fall of Granada in 1492.
And this is the heart of our deep dive. The technology used to secure the contents of this manuscript for over 5 centuries.
This technology is it's astonishing. It's a physical cipher built long before mechanical encryption was even a thing, a 2-layered construction.
Designed to defeat any casual or, hostile inspection.
Okay, let's spend some time here because this is the critical detail. How was this done in the 15th century?
It starts with the materials. The lower layer, the foundation, is incredibly thin. The sources say it's dried sheep stomach lining.
Wow.
Which was already known for its strength and flexibility. And crucially, it was mixed with salt during the curing process for supreme preservation and longevity. This organic base has survived for half a millennium.
So the bottom layer guarantees stability. What about the top, the information layer?
Upper layer is thicker sheep or horse skin. And the text wasn't written on it. It was carved through it completely, creating this massive, intricate pattern of holes.
So to a casual eye or a conquering soldier, it just looks like, what, devotional art?
Exactly. Beautiful, maybe, but unreadable. Just an ancient piece of praise for God. They'd probably discard it or ignore it.
It's pure misdirection.
It is. And the final piece is the decryption mechanism. Speckle plant dyes were applied to that thin, salt-cured underlayer. When a light source, specifically a red light, is shown from beneath the manuscript,
then the true text shines through the holes.
the true, detailed Persian text becomes visible. It's a physical light refraction cipher.
That's a level of security and foresight that is just remarkable. They encrypted knowledge using nothing but organic materials.
And this technological marvel connects right back to the spiritual dimension of the quest. As Imam prepares to leave, Dodi gives him his final philosophical clue. He says,
Light is in the heart.
he's telling him the journey isn't just about decoding a map, it's about internalizing the wisdom it represents.
Armed with that insight, Imam travels to Granada, a place our sources call a living memory of Islamic design centered around the Alhambra fortress. And this is where he meets his crucial ally.
Lucia Moreno. She's a Spanish Muslim historian, a PhD student working on Al-Andalus.
And the initial connection is academic, right? She notices his intensity.
Right, but the connection deepens when Imam shows her the Corvin symbol he's chasing.
And Lucia's response is the key. She reveals she wears that exact same serpent, but as a small silver locket around her neck.
She's an inheritor of the hidden tradition, not someone seeking its power, and she provides the local expertise he desperately needs. She recognizes the symbol from the walls of the forbidden unmapped tunnels beneath the Alhambra.
These aren't the tourist paths.
Oh no. Disguised as guides, they slip into these forbidden tunnels. The description is oppressive old, damp, smelling of mold and centuries of disuse.
And the architecture guides them. They find an Arabic carving on the wall.
Reinforcing the stakes. Knowledge is light. It's another reminder that they're seeking enlightenment, not treasure.
Which leads them to the final physical lock. Below that carving, there's a circular design with a small hole.
And this is the moment where Lucia's heritage becomes the physical key. Her locket fits perfectly into that hole.
You hear the grinding sound of ancient gears.
And a section of the wall slides away. It reveals a small, dry stone room, and inside, an ancient box. This is it, the culmination of the quest.
Inside the box, they find the parchment, and the final instruction is clear.
He finds the light, let him guard it in his heart.
The physical goal is reached, but the philosophical test begins immediately. The tension just explodes.
Agent Corvin appears, armed, demanding the manuscript. He's completely focused on the geopolitical power he thinks the map represents.
But Imam has just read the instruction. Guard the light internally. This is his moment of transformation.
He refuses to hand it over. He stands his ground. He tells Corvin that this light belongs to God, not to any person. He refuses to let sacred knowledge be corrupted into a tool for conquest.
And that refusal sparks the climax. Corvin shoots. A struggle, a torch is knocked over.
And the tunnels are a tinderbox. The fire spreads instantly, causing a massive explosion that consumes Corvin's shadow as Imam and Lucia barely escape. The physical threat is neutralized by the very environment that was guarding the knowledge.
And then in the quiet aftermath, outside in the moonlight, Lucia hands the manuscript back to Imam.
And the true message is finally revealed. The wind flips the page, and the text confirms Surah An-Nur 35. It says,
Allah is the light of the heavens and the earth.
so the quest for a map of hidden physical power led to the realization that the light, the true power, is entirely internal, spiritual.
His journey was less about a treasure hunt and more about achieving this spiritual enlightenment.
And the sources confirm his transformation. He returns to Dhaka, continues his business, but radically shifts his focus to education. He dedicates himself to sharing knowledge, both Quranic and scientific, with the youth.
And he keeps that talismanic advice from Dodi, light is in the heart.
As a permanent reminder that the knowledge he sought was never meant for geopolitical gain. It was for personal, internal illumination.
So what does this all mean for us? This entire epic, high-stakes thriller, it ultimately delivers a message that rejects the entire premise of the hunt.
It does. The manuscript was never a map for conquest. It was a philosophical device designed to guide the seeker toward wisdom.
It completely validates Dodi's original guidance.
It does. The physical journey was a crucible. It was designed to test Imam's motives, ensuring that only someone seeking light for its own sake, not for power, would survive and understand the final message. The Order of Corvin sought to acquire knowledge. Imam sought to internalize it.
And the sources leave us with a final, open-ended thought, one that suggests the journey for knowledge never truly ends.
Right. Lucia sends Imam a final letter from Cordoba. She said she found another ancient symbol, this time beneath the ruins of an old mosque.
Which hints that the map of enlightenment might still be expanding.
The quest for understanding, for true light, is inherently incomplete. I think the greatest mystery isn't what's hidden in the Alhambra, but what you choose to do with the knowledge once you find it.
That leaves us with Imam's quiet reflection, which I think serves as the ultimate call to action for you, the listener. The light never dies. Only people become blind. Keep digging and keep your heart open. Until next time.